Going on, Sparkies? Here we go with the quick installation. We're going to be installing this MINKA-AIRE Artemis, and it's a pretty cool thing. 58-inch brushless motor, all that jazz. What I like to do is basically get everything unpackaged, get everything organized so I know what I'm doing, and then I like to actually assemble the stem on the motor while it's on the ground. That way I'm not having to do all this in the air, which is, I think, normal. So there's a lot of canopy pieces with these more upscale fans. They have covers for covers for covers. So you want to make sure you get all of that installed on there. So first things first is getting the down stem installed and getting it secure, because if this is loose, your fan is going to wobble. So this has to be done correctly. Next is one of the first covers, which slides on over and has these little two screws to lock it down, which I misaligned it. I was pretty close when I first put it down. Now that's nice and tight. We want to make sure we get the canopy off of the bracket and installed. There is a screw cover that goes on first, and then the actual canopy. You slide that down over everything. Now you can put the ball that goes at the top of the stem back on it. Finish getting the old fan disconnected and removed. I removed the blades because it makes it a little easier to carry it down off a ladder. I'll put that in the box that used to have the new fan in it. Remove the old bracket and make sure everything is nice and tidy in the box up above. An important step to note when installing these on ceiling fan rated boxes is right there. You don't want to use those little tabs. You actually want to use the stems inside of the box. That is the fan rated mounting portion of it. Those little tabs are for fixtures, and that's the stem I'm talking about right there. So get that nice and tight, because again, that's an important part. If you do not tighten that tight enough, you're going to have a wobbling fan or an unbalanced fan. Next, we'll just carry that whole assembly we put together and install it on the bracket. Crucial note is right there. You want to make sure the groove on the ball lines up with the groove on the bracket. That prevents the van from spinning um, even just slightly while it's mounted up there. After that, we'll get the remote kit installed. That came with little clips that just plug into each other and tie in the power to it. This fan does have two switches, and so now one of those is going to be a dummy switch, while the first switch controls the whole thing. After you get it wired up, you want to make sure none of the wires are pinched in the canopy when you get that screwed up, and then simply twist on that little screw cover, which easier said than done sometimes. We'll get it there. After that, it's on to the blades. These are pretty cool blades. They're all translucent. Supposedly the whole ceiling fan disappears once you get it turned on, which you can be the judge of that. I think it's pretty cool, especially since it makes installation a little bit easier. You can actually see through the blades while you're screwing these in, so you don't have to move your head down and around. There's no worry about scuffing it up. They're actually pretty far in, so you're not rubbing up against the blade. Getting that third blade was a little bit tight there, as you can see. And then after the blades are installed, you're going to do the light kit mount. This is an optional part of it. They do have caps if you do not want to install the light kit, but you still need that first bracket. Then this second part is the actual LED light, which is pretty cool, dimmable, all that jazz, and it comes with this opaque glass cover on the bottom. Before I climb down the ladder, I want to remove all the plastic from the blades so we can get it calibrated and programmed to the remote. It's one of the satisfying parts right there. So we got the blade or the fan programmed to the remote, testing it out now and kicking in a high gear so it can finish its calibration, and That is one MINKA-AIRE Artemis fan installation complete.